Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden Arnold. I'm super excited for this episode. Things have been great. You've been enduring bad sound, and I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to get right to it then. Without further ado, welcome to tonight's episode of The Crow's Curtain Call. The light overtook Doru as he perished before being pulled limb from limb and burned away. Donovich was spared but knocked unconscious. He was then tied up and carried to the front door of the burgomaster's mansion. However, now in the late evening, suspicion formed in the party. The light were out and the door were open. Shiv and Duncan entered the home, finding light on the second floor. The light was being formed up by a strange hourglass that shone on the faces of Irina and Ismark. Together, the four of them watched as Strahd rode up to the house on his flaming nightmare, a horse of horror. Vasilka and Thomas watched from invisibility until the Count addressed Thomas directly. A quick conversation revealed that he had come to visit the house, but would be leaving with Donovich. During so, he faded away. The party reconvened and learned that Irina had been bitten several times, but remained human. However, was being called Tatiana due to her resemblance to a woman shown in portraits in Strahd's castle. The party also learned of her adoption details, and that she had a brother that was delivered to the Vallakian nobility. After witnessing the midnight rituals of spirits of dead adventurers, the party then slept. Investigating in the early morning, Duncan learned of the dream pastry saleswoman's name, Morgantha. The party then headed down to the river and found a powerful cloak of the Mad Mage. They then headed to Vallaki, electing to stop at the windmill. There, they encountered the witch from before as she offered more of them pastries. Hearing laughter from above, Morgantha lied and claimed that her sisters were upstairs. Shiv stole a key from her waist, and then the party escaped. So now we ride on towards Vallaki. You guys see over the hillside, it's probably mid-afternoon? Or was it was that...
It took, I could do math real quick. It took us about, we went from Barovia to O. So Barovia to I was 3 hours. We left at 10 a.m. or noon. So we stayed up to 8. We took 2 hours. So it's like a late afternoon. Let's just say 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
That
Okay, here we
right.
go. Ooh. As it is now in the day. All right, so you guys look and you see in the distance the hillside that leads up towards the road above the forest that you now fear. There is the welcome sight of civilization. Of course, we recognize that Barovia, the town itself, the town of Barovia is a decrepit place. This one resembles more life. You see guards patrolling what remain of them, the 12 that remain. And now the town on relatively normal alert, but seemingly more active than usual. As we continue to ride up towards the area, you see that the gate is closed. And as you are beckoned forth, you see a guard holding a spear out and kind of past beyond the portcullis. But anyway, you get up to the front, and the individual says, "What are you doing here? Who are you?"
You don't remember us?
We were here 3 days ago, maybe we've been here for a while.
I'm sorry. I don't. Isek said that there were people that we knew. I'm new. We're trying. We're attempting to build the guard up again to get things back to normal.
Would you go get Isek?
I could, sure. I'll be back. And he kind of walks over towards the area and begins to jog with his pantaloons and his breastplate, and runs in the direction of Isek.
Presumably.
Do you want to hide her?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to hide her, but that's up to you.
So yeah, you're in a wagon with two cloaked figures. The two cloaked figures including Ismark the Lesser, the blonde, striking. Who would we say he's played by?
John
Hamm, and the drunk himself, and then also Irina Kolyana, the dark-skinned, beautiful brunette, who seemingly once loved, or
Irina?
was once loved by.
No, Irina was redheaded, wasn't she?
Irina is she has red hair. I said that, didn't I? Like a dark red hair.
And
it's more like a brown red. It's auburn.
And you're on your own horse, and the four. Are you next to me, or are you in the back with Vasilka and the two?
We're up with you.
Okay, that's cool. So that means Vasilka and the two are in the back.
Okay, so eventually time passes by until where you see a larger Vin Diesel-esque individual walk up. The right arm of him continuing to be devilish in nature and covered in a maroon skin tone, but his pale he has a fire flame in his hand to enable him to see in the dim light, and comes towards you. As he comes towards you, he says, "Hello. Oh, it is the friends. Why didn't you let them in? I told you there would be an alligator man." And he's like, I'm sorry. I was just making sure that no one got hurt, and my apologies." So did we decide what we were doing there? Do we want to have...
I think we're hiding her for now.
Are you? Okay.
I mean, just...
So what do you say? So as you see him in the distance, a flame in his right hand, axe in the other, what do we say to either of them? Because I will say that they are... they had their own wagon, and so you guys then joined them in that wagon, the larger wagon. And so who is driving? Everyone else is invisible.
Me.
As far as like not being seen.
It'd be him.
We were.
Duncan was outside.
The three of us are visible.
Duncan was on his own horse. He was next to me. We took our horse.
So it is just the three of you that are visible.
Yeah.
Everyone else is not here.
Yep.
As far as Isak is concerned.
Yep.
So he says, said there would be an alligator man. He apologized. The other guard apologizes, and you are all waved through. They raise the portcullis. They seem to be on higher alert for some strange reason, or building the town guard is just requiring a training of higher alert. You're not really sure. But anyway, you step into the bustling town amidst the dim light. Many torches, things are going on, but also you see that a lot of gold and white flags are being hung along the top of the town. You see there are posters being placed up for the auditions coming up. Mandatory attendance is what screams to you as you see these posters.
All will be well.
And that in addition. Welcoming you to the Tragedy of the Blazing Sun auditions that will be held in a few days' time. Is there anything in particular you guys wish to stop by on the way to the Blue Water Inn? Because I know we had talked about that was what you guys were intending to do. But otherwise, we can go right there.
Well, as we pass by, can I stop and just ask Isak a question?
Okay, Isak, you catch Isak on when he's on his way out towards the beginning of town.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, so things seem a bit bustling around here. I see you're building back up the guard.
Yes, we are attempting to build the place into quite a we're just trying. I'm trying not to get more of my men killed.
Aye, understandable. Tragic thing that. Is there something else that's going on?
Well, given all of the
Why is this accent changing for some reason?
Russian men, very with the festival going on and all the preparations for the mandatory attendance, things have been intense. We're preparing to guard the city amidst this great event. Also, we've had a few new arrivals.
Oi, new arrivals, you say?
Yes, new arrivals. 2 individuals. One of them a bald man in the red, and then the other a dark elf woman.
Aye. So a bold man. I'm just taking notes.
Yeah, you're good.
Bald man in red.
Man.
Yeah,
Bald man in red, and then a
Did
dark
he say
elf woman.
bald or bold?
Yes.
Interesting. Isak, I have a personal question. Oh wait, are you on your own, or is this all together?
I mean, did you guys stop with me?
I don't.
I mean,
you stopped?
We were here.
I mean, I just rode up to him on my horse to try and.
I mean, I figured we were all going in together.
Yeah.
We don't have to be with you.
It's
if
up to
you're-
you. I mean, did you?
Well, I want to be nosy, but I don't have to be.
I mean, if you're there, you're there. Ask your question.
Isak, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you live in the burgomaster's house?
Yes.
Which room is your room? I know we went there a while ago and we got to like a tour of the place. I was just
Yes, I keep my room locked, but it is on the 2nd floor.
Isak, have you Have you been to Blinsky's lately? We just got some gifts from there, and we're really happy with how they turned out.
Yes, Blinsky has been helping me with a few projects of mine.
Aye.
Oh, what kind of projects?
This is private
You-
military business.
It's us.
Have you been
said.
there since we left?
No, because of the situation here, things have been busy.
Been pretty
Oh,
busy.
wasn't Blinsky making something for Isek? I think he might have shown us. One of
I
his-
don't know
I think-
what you're talking about.
I think. Yeah, we've already established that we know that
yeah.
those are his dolls.
Uh-huh.
So it's just awkward for him at this
No,
point.
but I want to.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
You're trying to twist his balls.
Yeah.
Well, then twist his balls a little bit. Get his attention.
Where do you see this woman?
What woman with? her-
Okay. Where do you see this woman in your dreams?
I don't know what woman. Where's the woman?
Well, the woman that your dolls look like.
Who let you into my room? He draws his axe.
No. I think it was open when we went. I promise.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Because I could have sworn somebody
no idea.
picked that. Am I crazy or was it open? No, nobody
We
picked
just
that.
looked
Never mind.
at
It's just
it.
open.
It was
So go
21.
ahead and make a persuasion check.
Do you want me to re-roll?
No, just tell me what the total is.
21.
Okay. He's like, shit. Okay. Yes, I have been attempting to perfect my in visage of someone I see in my imagination.
What would you
Interesting.
do if you found this woman?
Well, I would probably ask them who they were, because I'm more confused than aroused.
Have you gotten?
Oh, interesting.
That's good
Interesting.
distinction.
That is good to know. Yeah.
Say to them hello.
We're old men here. I'd assumed that you
Aye.
thought I
How
was
old are you?
horny.
How
I
old are you?
mean, it's understandable.
How old am I? I am in my. It's kind of difficult to remember, but I'm somewhere in between 25 to 30. -ish.
Oh, you're like a decade younger than I thought you
You
were.
look great for your
Yeah, you
age.
look great.
So Isak,
I've seen lots of battle.
Hey, no, I'm not saying it's a bad
hey,
thing.
from one to another,
I have
appreciate it. You know.
I have
Yes.
recently.
So, have you had dreams like this before? About anything else?
I feel that this is dangerous conversation to have in the open.
Oh, if
We can have it back at the Blue Water.
But I can answer that I did make pact once, and I have had dreams ever since.
do you mind telling me what kind of pact with who?
One that has made my life a little more hellish, if you can understand my meaning.
Literally, right?
Took a level of warlock.
This is supposedly self-explanatory.
Yeah. Right. All right. It's
Um,
not someone in this town,
We
right?
might
Writing a play?
Is it?
I don't know what you mean.
Nah, forget it.
We can talk about it back at the Blue
We'll
Water.
catch
right?
up later.
Are you gonna come to the Blue Water with
Is
us?
that enough, boys? We all have dreams.
As I have said, things are relatively busy. I must get back to work.
We won't take any more of your time. Good seeing you, Isak.
Hey,
Yes.
wait.
All
Before
will be well.
Before we get too far into the town, do we want to go to the coffin maker shop? The place with
Yeah.
the
No.
vampire
No.
spot? Do we not? Do we want to
Don't
just
go
check?
there first.
Okay, we don't have to go there first.
I'd say we should see how Rictavia is doing.
if he's still
Yes.
here. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
alive.
He's gonna have a lot of answers.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, so
Hope.
we head to the outside of the Blue Water Inn. As you know, covered in crows. Things are going on. I didn't hit that. I just like it. I like it. It feels good.
I was like, sir.
Stomp concert going on
Yeah.
outside.
Hey. No.
Savage.
I would
beat.
imagine that it's more so just people are loading things and getting things ready. A lot of wine is being taken from the place, and you see actually as you approach, you see Rictavio directing an individual carrying a barrel, pulling barrels of wine onto a wagon, and he says, "Okay, I need you to move that there, please. Just to the side, right? Nope. I'm sorry. Okay." And the guy's like holding his back, and he's like, "Where do you want it? Where do you?" And he's like, on that wagon, you see, and no, up, there it is." And the guy's like, "Ugh," puts it down and kind of holds his back, and he's like, "Okay, I'll get the next one."
And if you remember, in previously, Shiv picked them up no problem, and so it just further again shows Shiv's strength. So anyway, you guys get up and you see Rictavio says, "Hello, hello, good friends.
Hi, Rictavio.
Octavio.
You feeling better?
I am feeling fine. How was your vacation?"
Why don't we go inside?
Yeah, it was quite eventful, let's say.
We have some new friends.
Why don't we all go inside?
Well, why don't we park the wagon out back and have a word with Rictavio in private first?
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
Basilica could probably come with us, or she could stand watch over our cargo,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
So, would you mind? Do you have a moment?
I mean, things have been riling up, but I suppose I could take a moment.
Aye.
Sure, I've had to open the place again, so we're a little less private than we normally are. But sure, we can come inside. Come on. He steps inside,
Perhaps
and
the pantry.
I suppose that's a good plan. Come. So you guys are let in. Instantly, you see to the side there are, if you remember, there's Soldarovich, Yevgeny Krushkin, those two werewolf hunter individuals. Soldar being tall, bald, long-haired, and holding a tremendous longbow, and then Yevgeny, a more shorter, scruffy guy.
He's not wearing red, is he?
Soldar's wearing a greenish color.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then you see also in the room are one of the twins. It's Carl Wachter.
Okay.
And then you also see a drow woman and a bald individual wearing a long red robe sitting down at a table communicating with each other in a language that I'm not sure how many of you know.
I know
I know.
Infernal, Dwarvish, and Common.
Common and draconic.
Okay. What
Undercommon?
do you know Undercommon? Then you'd know what they're saying.
Hold on, let me just check. I'm 96%
If
sure.
you speak Elvish, I'll let you make an insight check. But if you
I speak common and undercommon.
Cool, but that's a very interesting choice you made. So yeah, you see the woman having this conversation with this individual, and she says, why are we here? Why are we here at all? Why is this happening? We had to have taken a wrong turn because I mean, you saw the moon. It moved across the sky. And he's like, I'm not sure what happened. I attempted to navigate us in the right direction, but it must be a miscalculation. She's like, what am I paying you for? I'm fine. And she gets up and she walks over to the bartender, somebody that Rictavio has placed in here in this moment as he's made some new hires. You see she, demands some sort of a drink, and he's like, yes, of course. And then grabs her drink, and she's now sitting at the bar with the red mage in the corner.
Can I go over to the man in red? And
No.
No, we want to wait until after
You
the
can't
conversation?
because Shiv has watched you do this and puts a hand on your back and continues forward and
Okay.
says, later.
Okay, I listen to shit.
So Rictavio takes you
Great.
guys
Wait,
back.
as we
Yep.
pass through, can I make eye contact with those two mercenaries?
Soldar and Yevgeny. You catch Soldar is the one facing the door, so you catch his glance.
Okay, just making sure they know we're here.
He almost gives you like a
Give a little up nod.
Yeah,
little up
up
nod,
nod.
a little respect. And then you guys kind of push past the little like bar door that pushes you back into the back pantry way. The limited light of the candles in this space and no windows, and only the light of the doorway pushes you back towards the pantry as you see Rictavio pulling out a band of keys as he is now the hotel proprietor and is now keeping track of this place a little bit better.
All right. Salt and Cross?
I'm sorry?
Salt and Cross?
He actually instead just opens up the thing and opens up the door. You see on the inside of the room, he has turned the pantry into a prayer circle. There are candles all over the floor. There are crosses on the walls. There are things of that nature.
And are there any persons?
There happens to be what is in the corner, a mop, a tremendous amount of red stain on the floor, and the stool has been pushed to the side. So whatever this person that we remember, it was the coffin maker when he had turned into a werebat. So whatever had been cleaned up at this point. But anyway, he closes the door, And you are let in as you are now passing active kitchen workers and so being let into the pantry really is the most private place in this whole establishment now.
Right.
Okay.
So, pantry's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he locked the door.
Shiv is going to say to him, salt and crosses.
Oh yes, and he pulls out a little bit of salt, pushes it in front of the door.
Where's Esmeralda?
Have you heard from her?
I haven't seen Esmeralda in a few days, but then again, I thought she was with you.
No, we sent her to check on him.
The church. We need to check that out.
All right.
We pretty much sent her to go spy on a demon, as we found out.
I'm sorry.
Did we?
Or a devil, sorry.
Oh, common mistake for monster hunters. We hunt so many things. So no, let's see. You sent her to where then?
The church.
I mean, you mean the place that is now the theater?
Yeah.
The
Lucian.
whole
Yeah.
the
Lucian.
old church. Okay, so you think Lucian is the devil?
Is the devil I turned into?
How much do you remember of your madness episode?
I remember being lost, being momentarily absent, but I haven't experienced anything since.
Do you
so
know whose face you saw
N-
that made you mad?
No, I don't.
It was Lucian's. And the man smells of brimstone. Just
Does he?
yes, he reeks of it.
Oh no.
And Strahd was apparently expecting him to be able to attend dinner.
Oh yeah, that was a lot.
Did you see him on the road then?
No, we didn't. We sent Esmeralda to go get some intel on him
Okay.
Well,
before
we'll
we
have
knew
to-
so much.
We'll have to check up on that then. Speaking of devils, had some things to say about certain someone here with us.
Oh.
Seems he knows about you, but does not know about your whereabouts.
Thank goodness. Okay.
It's actually impressive. If there's anything you could share with us as to how to make that happen.
Becoming someone else is all I know.
Fair.
How's he not found you by now? If all you've done is change your appearance.
Oh, it's more than just
And
changing appearances. It's taking up position at work and changing your life. Like I don't want to be a shopkeeper, but here I am taking care of an inn.
Right, but your smell.
Oh. That's simple. Vampires can't smell garlic.
Oh, so you've
Oh.
always got some on you?
Of course I do. He pulls out 2 cloves in his pocket.
Alright. I pull out some of my pocket. I put them on Thomas.
Do you have cloves garlic?
I think so, right?
Let's
Yeah,
It's
you
in-
do.
In
You
my
do. You
Monster
do.
Hunter
Mhm.
kit.
There was some in the,
Yeah.
So you have some, and
Yeah.
you so like basically the effect is that vampires can no longer smell you. This doesn't like repel them. It's not like an awful thing.
Right.
It's not like haha I got you with garlic. That'd be lame in D&D. So what instead they do is they just make it to where you are no longer able to be tracked.
So
by
do
a
we
vampire
all
in
have
that
cloves of
context.
garlic on us?
You do now.
How many extra cloves of garlic do we have?
Probably all of them. I didn't.
Sure. I mean, I would say you can give each of them 2 of them pretty easily.
Yeah,
But how many extra do we have for any other persons?
that's true.
Go ahead and roll a d12 for me.
You got a happy one?
7.
7. You have 7 extra cloves.
I couldn't remember if there was any cloves of garlic in the stuff that was in Rictavio's wagon.
I do not believe he did give you that, mainly probably because he cared more for himself in that context. We now become friends, but
Octavio, do you know? Well, Duncan, I don't want to speak for you, but you've told us about things we're searching for to help defeat Strahd.
Aye.
Not only people, but items, and Duncan knows more than I do.
We've acquired some intelligence on what might aid us. The Mad Mage, Borden Canaan.
That is speaking of people.
oh. Morden Canaan. I mean, his legend is renowned, but he was lost some time ago.
Do
We
you know-
found something in the river.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. I'm afraid I can't help you there.
We found the cloak, but not the man.
What else are we looking for?
We're looking for a Vistani child.
Well, what if we found the key? Do we want to go to that?
Well, I'm filling him in. It's like,
Well,
if we get this child.
We have a key, but honestly, it seems unlikely.
Yep,
We'll-
it does seem unlikely.
Might
it's
be
right outside of town. We'll try it, but
For all we know, that could be the pantry key.
in a way, I would say that her father would hope that it is.
But if we unlock this treasure in exchange for this key or return of this Vistani child, there is a treasure of great importance that could kill Strahd. There's the holy symbol of Loraven. It's hidden in a dungeon behind out of character. Is that
Amber doors.
Amber Door?
Amber Doors
Is it a dungeon?
So the key that
I
you're-
said Amber
You
the
can
Door.
key
save
the
that.
key has
Okay.
the key has some sort of information locked away. So
Okay.
when you talk to when you find Annabelle, when you find the daughter of Luvash, that's how you're going to gain access to the information, whatever that means.
My notes here are just frantic.
Yeah, you're good.
Trash.
The
Sorry.
the
Hey, that's-
the holy symbol is behind Amber Doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing if that
And
piqued,
then
piqued anything
The
in his
sun
memory.
sword is in the dragon's home, once corrupted, or once something, now corrupted.
Okay, so that sounds like where we need to go.
Stuff.
Once something.
I forget what it is. It's in my note guide that we've made.
Yeah.
If we this is Joey talking to Andy and Zane. If we go to Argonvolstolt, it takes an hour and a half.
Well, first we'll probably have to deal with things here,
Well,
Yep, probably.
possibly for the rest of the day,
But
depending on how things go.
weren't we thinking about going to Q
yeah, that's it.
and then maybe possibly finding a way down?
Yeah, I mean, this is all the way. I mean, we don't
Well,
know.
unless something changes, we find out something in Vallaki.
Yeah, I mean, we ask her in Vallaki, but I mean, it might make sense to stop by the Vistani on the way to Q
Sure.
and then come back. I mean, I think we need to do. We only have today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow is the audition.
Hear that boiling?
Right? Sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I
So
think
I mean, it's like what? If we left now, could we can get back by sunset?
Don't forget, we still have a house full of vampire spawn.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a. Oh yeah, I was there for that.
Are they still a problem?
Anybody done anything with it?
Have you noticed anything?
Speaking
Well-
of that problem, I believe last time we were here, we left a individual in your care.
Right. So I dealt with that, burned it all. Thought about serving it, but the last time someone served a bat, there was a pandemic, so I avoided it. Anyway, yeah, that was dealt with fire.
Prudent, I guess.
Have you ever been to Argonvolstolt?
I've heard of it. I know it is the once home of a great dragon of some kind, but I also know that it is likely still occupied by the former paladins that used to rule near them. As you know, dragons carry great esteem, and many of them that would have a hold of some kind would likely be a conquest sort of leader. That's all I know.
Were these paladins? What lord would they serve?
Oh no, paladins are more associated with devotion and just sort of alignments of tenets rather than more practice.
Sorry.
Dungeon Master.
That's not a bad thing to know. That's a great thing to know.
We've heard of. Have we heard of Knights of a Dragon before? Like to Joey rings a bell.
Yes, it was something with Irina.
Was it with Irina? Just because I can't. There was something about the Knights of the Dragon, something that I can't remember.
Are you looking for like in the notes?
Yeah, I'm looking in the. I mean, in our notes and in the
I
notes.
thought it was Irina said something about the Knights of the Dragon coming to attack her or something like that.
Would they come to attack her?
I don't think they would come to attack her.
Not sure.
I do remember something about like Knights of the Silver Dragon, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just have to keep thinking, but that might be something that we something.
I mean, Duncan remembers seeing the skull of a silver dragon
Yes.
in
Yep.
in the
So the dragon
Castle
indeed.
Ravenloft.
presumed dead.
Right. Or if it is, or if there was more than one, it's pissed.
I know, because it's missing its skull.
All right.
Octavio, I hear Duncan and Shiv. I think that although we might need to settle things here to make best use of our time before the auditions, I think we should try to. I think we should head to. I think we can get to Argonval's Holt, check it out, and be back by sundown.
We're not there yet. We're still in
think-
terms of. We're still in sharing information.
I think we need to. I don't think you're gonna survive this audition, Thomas. Either way, I think Strahd intends to
It's
do
not time for that yet.
do with you. Yeah. So I don't think our priority is necessarily to meet the audition in time, but
No offense, but I did agree to help you on the condition that we did kill the Devil's Strahd. So
right.
We're
Well,
working on it.
we're just trying to get past this death deadline for
But
our
if you
friend.
if you know
Well-
that he's after him, then I would like to use you as bait, to put it plainly.
Well, it's just that while we're on our vacation,
I do not.
he
plan
heard some things about his demise.
I do not plan to miss the audition if that's what you want to use as bait.
And what makes you think you could kill Strahd now that you couldn't do it earlier?
Well, if the church is still hallowed ground,
Probably not.
why
Didn't
wouldn't
we-
it be?
Didn't we hear
Lucian.
the coffin maker say something about taking bones from the church?
Taking bones from the church. Well, if you took, depending on what you took,
Couldn't the bones make it hallowed ground?
it depends on how important the person. Because if it was some sort of saint, then yes, taking the
What
bones
if-
from a such location would make the place no longer hallowed.
Where are the bones from Lady Wachtter's house? Because if Lady Wachter was trying to summon the devil, and
We still have them in a steel
And
box.
she
I
had
attempted to
iron
raise
box.
them and remembered that I can't do that to a skeleton.
I know we were
Yeah.
there.
Where did we leave
Did
the
you try
box?
again?
Out of character.
Oh,
Where-
goodness,
where,
no.
Where did we leave the box?
Where
Still
did
here
we
in
leave
the
it?
inn.
I'd say it's probably upstairs still.
Yeah.
Because if those bones were at Lady Wachtter's house and she's trying to summon the devil, would it make sense if these bones came
Well,
from?
who said that they had the bones?
Yeah.
Did
The
we know
coffin
anyone?
maker said he had the bones.
Well, the coffin maker said he was looking for bones. Or
No, he said he took the bones. As
So
in
we have
someone from
two
the
sets
church
of bones.
gave him the bones.
Was anyone else involved? Was anyone else asked to retrieve these bones? Do we know?
was
I
someone-
heard
There was someone at the church.
Lucian ask Milovic.
Milovoj, the
Milovoj,
young
Yep.
kid. He comes in here every once in a while asking for something that he can't have.
Yes.
Like what was that?
Oh, alcohol.
Oh, that makes sense.
Moving along.
Milovaj was told to find the bones, get the bones,
Find.
The bones.
get the. I don't.
Does that mean Lucian doesn't know where the bones are?
When,
don't know.
Wait, when was this?
when the first day?
I mean, just don't ask me.
And when exactly did we liberate the coffin maker's house of a coffin maker?
That was just before you left.
3 days ago.
But you had him tied up already.
Which means,
Yes.
is it possible that Lucian was telling Milovash to get the bones that he then took to the coffin maker?
It sounds like we have many places to check here in Vallaki today.
Right.
I think we might check them out, but we also need to get you a disguise.
Who's
Aye.
you?
Me.
We can use him as bait, maybe, but right now he needs to go incognito
Okay.
for his own safety.
Really?
How,
You
Maybe
can pull off incognito.
Rictavio, if
Cal.
you and I spend a few hours together designing and creating a costume for you, could I borrow your hat?
No.
Of course not.
where'd you get
If
that?
you
I'd
don't
ask
leave,
that.
if you don't leave this inn, and we have you in a costume,
I don't think
What do you think
Taking
you
the
need
hats
hat for?
up an option. But do you know how we could produce a similar effect?
Some sort of a disguise stealth spell might help.
You don't
Some
know
sort
any
of
of
a
those.
disguise kit might help.
for an hour, I guess I could maybe pretend I could. Let me look at what this.
Do you have any?
You mean like a king's new clothes type of situation?
Yeah, I could major image on myself.
Do you have a
look like
spell
somebody else.
scroll or book that he could steady?
No, not off the.
It's
I mean,
the hat.
He's
But
a.
like a
Now I
cleric?
don't want to take your hat. It's just thinking
No,
of
where'd he-
ways to discuss.
Oh no, I completely understand it. Just.
Why don't we get back to the matter at hand,
Mhm.
which is you remember we left with Vasilka. We came back with more.
Oh.
Alright, there's 2 sitting in the carriage.
Auditioners.
They claim their names are
auditionees.
Eastmark, Irina, and then what was the other? Oh,
Eastmark and Irina.
there's just
Snark
those 2.
and Irina.
Although
And one of them apparently is very beloved by the devil.
How much do you know about the love interests of the devil himself?
I didn't know he was capable of such things.
Not in
Before?
any life.
Certainly not this one.
He certainly seems to love her blood.
Oh, but he refers to her by a name of which we can only assume is a.
What is the name?
Tatiana.
Doesn't ring a bell. You mentioned a way to receive information.
what?
You said some sort of child was the way to get you information.
Yes.
Correct.
We're looking for a
She-
Vistani child by the name of Arabelle, who was missing.
Last seen on our way to the Devil's Castle. Sorry
Okay,
about-
and what path was the the legendary Morden Canaan?
To the north.
we
Maybe to the north.
we
We've
heard that
talk.
he may have fallen in the river.
We checked the river and we
checked
found
the
his
river.
cloak.
Have you attempted to ask around town?
No.
We
People
just-
are out and about now.
We just got here, so
We've heard something of him, or of a mad mage in the north forest.
Oh.
Other than that, don't believe so.
Well, I suppose if you really want quick information, go and ask my new bartender.
Oh?
He's been serving drinks for the last 2 days now. I hired him when you left.
aye.
Fair enough.
All right.
Would you mind if we put up our new guests in a room here for now? Keep them safe.
Of course not. Are you going to use your room still? Or you have the key? That's not closed until you decide so.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm now running a business, and you have to think differently.
Moreover, you're now somewhat harboring a fugitive.
Oh,
That being Irina.
okay.
We were there where she was one night. And in that one night, the devil showed up.
Hmm.
So it's possible that tonight also, he will be looking.
Okay.
We will get her garlic, and I'm going to speak. Talking to Shiv and Duncan now. I'm going to speak to the 2 guests Isek told us about.
Yep.
You guys can handle.
Bartender.
One of you can handle bartender, and one of you want to handle the siblings. You don't have to split. It's just an idea. Thank you, Rictavio.
Aye.
Yeah. And I will.
So what is my next plan of action?
Hmm.
I mean, I have plenty of ideas, but I'm also tied down here.
I'm not the planner.
Well, you wanted to kill Strahd, right?
I do.
Sorry, I keep saying names, guys. It's from Zane. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Well, come up with a plan, and we'll see if we can help.
Okay.
He's
See
going
if
to
we
be
can
at
make
the
it happen.
audition with a woman. We have to invite him in. Do what you want with that information. The day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Day after
Thank you.
tomorrow?
That's very helpful. This is
Yes,
at the
day-
church.
Today, tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. If I can get that hollowed ground.
Which there also might be a literal devil in there, not just the devil.
Sure. That's less of a problem.
Okay.
If we can get Strahd inside and then make it hollowed ground.
How do we make
that
it hollowed ground?
might kill him outright.
How do we make it hollowed ground?
If you say there's a devil, it means that it's not hollowed ground right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about the bones that seems enticing.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the devil, a devil, would want to keep them.
Or keep them away.
A devil known working with the other devil.
I wouldn't trust a devil to work with anyone but themselves.
You think they might be a bit of a power struggle?
Quite possibly, but it also worries me that Esmeralda went there and didn't return.
We'll have to check it out, yes.
That is the first thing we head to after our conversations.
Perhaps we could take a look and see if there are any missing bones.
Yeah, I'd say conversate and then probably go see if Esmeralda's dead or not.
Sounds good with me.
So, if I don't see you beforehand, I will be at the auditions as mandatory as attendance. And attendance is mandatory. And also Thomas, break a leg.
Thank you.
And he says, I must pray, and
Just the
then
leg.
we will be off. And so he turns around, lights a few candles as you guys exit the pantry.
Cool.
So then we go out.
Shiv will go get the, I want to keep saying the twins, but they're not.
Yeah.
The
The
siblings.
siblings.
Yeah.
Siblings.
Yeah, they're
And
siblings.
Vasilka. Take them up to the room.
I'm gonna help escort them with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'll go straight to the red cloaked individual.
Okay, so who do we want to cut to first? Let's go to Shiv. Shiv,
Oh.
where are you going?
They're
I
together.
figured this would be rather uneventful. We'll go to them and say, all right, you can stay here.
And I
Oh, I mean, I appreciate the trouble. Have you prepared a room for us, or are we paying for ourselves?
No, we have a room.
it's on us.
I appreciate that. You must be in support of us making the rolls, then.
Well, we're at least in support of you not getting...
We just want you to
Drained.
be safe.
Well, both of us will see you around, and thank you for keeping us safe amidst the trauma.
Is this the same room with the chest in it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As we're talking, just like, and Shiv's talking to them more forwardly, and I'm just kind of checking out the room, pretending to
Okay.
clear it. I go up to the chest, and
Okay.
I'd like to. I just kind of check on it, and I just stand up and casually get my mirror out and
Yep.
pretend to check my beard or something like that,
Okay.
and I try to angle it so I can see both them in the mirror.
Interesting. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Wait, give me a heavy one.
So you take them up to the room, I'm assuming there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is when they come in here. As soon as Duncan leads open the door, he walks in first. Instead of holding the door, he kind of pushes it in. The door doesn't really swing back. And so Duncan goes to the chest, grabs the mirror, and
So that's a 15 plus
your dexterity.
dexterity. I have no idea where you pointed. Plus 2, so 17.
17. You see that as you kind of look back, you pass over Ismark. His drunken visage appears back before you. But Irina's seems to flicker. Almost as if there's something about her that is you're getting a reflection in certain lighting. You're that's light. I'm the light from the window. Yep, got her. Wait, hold on. I missed her. Where's your right thumb? Nope, it's there. And so then you manage to pull it away as the rest of them lay down their duffel bags at the foot of each of these beds, and they attempt to kind of get themselves going, take off their cloaks, and put on a change of clothes and whatever. So
Okay.
Are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
So yeah, you guys exit out and you head back in and head down the stairs as Thomas is probably in the middle of a conversation with someone.
Yeah. So as I leave the pantry, do I have any I'm gonna really tie my hair back and just kind of change my put a cloak on, just make it not make me look less avant-garde.
Yeah, sure, easy enough.
And then I'll approach. Are they sitting together again, or is she still at the bar?
It's pretty quick. She's probably still flustered. We'll say she's still at the bar. You want to go up to the wizard in red?
Yeah, the man in red.
Okay.
And I will sit across from him and say in Undercommon,
Okay.
what brings you to these lands?
And he's like, what? And he looks up and he's like, hello? I'm surprised to hear that voice here. Are you
Nice to meet you. Surprised.
From the Underdark?
No, but I've studied.
Okay.
Steady.
What are you addressing me for then?
Well, you look put together.
Thank you. You look in disguise.
Is he in disguise yet?
Ever so slightly.
Sorry, I don't know why I decided to put a chewy Starburst right in my mouth.
Yeah,
right
sure.
as I
Hey,
started
we're
to-
all. I get it.
I'll just shrug at him. You didn't answer my question.
I am Exxon. I am.
Like, oh, never mind.
Dude, don't even.
Sorry, you knew I was going.
It happens to all of the dungeon masters. You're like, this is a cool name, and then they're like, no, it's a joke. All right, so he says, I'm Exxon. I am a practitioner of magic, more of a dark practitioner.
Ah. Who is your acquaintance?
She is who hired to take me here. She was. I was supposed to make sure that we got to the right place, and we must have taken a wrong turn.
Where are you intending to go?
Oh, we were headed north, to the schools of magic up there.
You say you're a dark practitioner.
Yes.
Through what ways do you harness your magic?
Yes, thank you. Through study, in fact.
This is an interesting question that I have. For you.
Mm-hmm.
And here it comes.
In your book,
Hmm.
do you have a spell that allows you to change the way you look?
I do.
Would you be willing to make a trade?
For?
I have just an item that might interest you. If you would allow me to study and learn this spell myself,
You don't
or
have that on your person.
teach myself. I think I,
I don't
do.
know what kind of way
Should.
you're gonna attempt to learn magic, but
It's a whole cloak.
are you
I will cast dancing lights.
sure? I will remind you, you don't have the ritual feat or the ability to learn spells in this way.
Okay, I'm just trying to
Like,
get it.
while I'm on your team, I just would more so encourage you to then have him cast it upon you rather than
Oh, I forgot that's the thing he can do.
to use this sort of like
Oh,
weird
great! Yeah,
trait.
hey, can I pay you, sir, to cast the spell on me?
Yes, of course.
How much?
50 gold. As long as you swear not to
How long does it last?
tell anyone what I do.
How long does it last?
I think it's an hour.
It's an hour.
50 gold per hour. Well, thank you for the offer. I will be returning to you when I am most in need of that. But I will take you up on that at some point soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
You see around his neck is like a really shriveled up like head. Like about this big.
I told the witch doctor I wasn't
Um, He's clearly some sort of necromancer or
Yeah.
school of occult type
Cool.
guy.
Or oil bear.
I will just nod to him and say it and approach the drow woman.
Okay, so you walk up to her and she downs whatever drink she was poured. That just then, Duncan and Shiv come down the stairs. As you begin this conversation, she looks at you and goes, "Hello."
I'll say in common.
her-
Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Wrong button.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
all
we're
good,
back.
all good. All right, sick. So she puts down her whiskey sour. It's beautifully made for her. And she looks over at you and goes, "Hi." As she looks back at you with red eyes.
Did she say that in common?
In common, yeah. She looks at you with red eyes.
I will. I'll just kind of look around and I'll say to her, "How are you?"
I'm fine. I've been better. Who are you?
I'll look at the bartender and say 2 more, and I'll just tap with however much it costs.
Yeah, sure. Just drop a gold piece.
I'm gonna say an undercommon, just someone looking out, observing.
Oh. She responds in undercommon and says, "Just looking out, are we?"
Well, I don't often hear this language, so I'm intrigued. Just a
See,
inquisitive person.
are you? I mean, when you say you're intrigued, what do you mean by that?
I think
Because if you want to leave it, Thomas is extremely eloquent. He can leave it really ambiguous and leave room
Yeah,
for
let's do
her,
that.
leave her room for her to put that in, or you could be very intentional and possibly get something out of that. So that you're either playing the
no, he'll be specific because after he says I'm intrigued, I don't hear this language often, and it is.
Right, so
Especially
it's
here.
like, does he mean like I'm looking forward to hearing that language? I have like an insight to that, or is he
Or
like,
something
you know
like
what I mean?
around
No,
here.
I think
Right.
I think around here he's like I don't hear that language often. It's interesting that like why are you here? Like he's just trying to be
Just genuine
polite.
curiosity.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, that does play how she will respond. I will actually roll an insight check against you.
You want me to roll something?
I would love you to just roll a straight charisma check to just see your general demeanor.
Okay. Sadness.
It's almost like that's exactly what you should roll.
I know. Natural 20.
'Kay. She says, "Oh," and she draws like a little like necklace from her neck and like shows you like a little circle with a spider on it, and says, "Who sent you?"
No one.
I might have misinterpreted this. And she says, you're just so handsome." And she like, sleight of hand, make a perception check. She does something.
Oh, pretty okay. Perception 22.
Okay, you do not see what she does.
Oh no.
And then you feel it against your side. You feel a dagger's edge, a dagger's point into your
Yeah.
side. And she
Stabbing me or just
no,
just
just
threatening?
threatening
Yeah.
you. And she said, "Dude, literally, I just want to say that is a 24." That is like wild.
So real high.
I rolled real good. And she kind of pokes you on the side and says, "Who sent you?"
Oh, I think you have misread this
Wait,
conversation.
we both just walked in, right?
I'm
Yeah, you now see. Well, she's around him. You don't see, based on my sleight of hand. Neither of you
It's
see.
certainly above our passive.
Right. So, but it is enough to see that Thomas may look uncomfortable.
But he's going up to the bartender, right?
He is.
We were going to.
I'll just say
Yeah.
I promise you've just misread this. I'm just trying to be friendly, and I don't hear this language often. So I figured I would greet you in your native tongue. Seemingly native.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
26.
She goes, "Okay." And she pulls the dagger back to the side, does a little flip with it, puts it back in her leg holster, and then flips the coat that she has. Imagine she has like a black long coat on, and then you see that she has an exposed leg,
Yeah.
and it was wrapped like at the thigh with like a dagger holster. And she pushes that back, and you immediately recognize beneath her black duster, she is wearing a sparkly black dress that with like low hanging in the front. She's a relatively thinner individual. You can see partially some of her ribs, a little more gaunt in that way, but in a way that still is accentuating her natural beauty. Her hair is pulled back in a high pony, and she looks back at you and says, "I would like to stop hearing my native language." And she turns back around.
The correct question is who could have sent me?
So anyway, now as she turns around and you see this woman heal her way back to the Red Wizard, Shiv, you can choose to interrupt and bump into her if you'd like to on her way out, or we can go straight to the bartender.
I'll give crazy eyes at Shiv.
No.
Okay, so you pass by, go to the bartender, and the bartender is there, and then puts down 2 whiskey sours in front of Thomas.
That's a lot.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
6.
Okay.
Oh no, 7.
Oh.
Okay, for the next hour, you have for the next hour, you have a point of exhaustion.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No, for the next hour, you're poisoned. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
It's the same thing except for the fact that I actually made it worse because now it's attack rolls.
I'm not gonna attack him.
Just don't get in a fight.
Yeah, just don't fight anybody. Okay, so now
Right.
you walk into the bartender. The bartender's there, just some random nondescript dude who is just talking. He says, "Hello, what can I get you, sir?"
Well, information.
Sure. What can I get you?
The owner said that you could possibly help us.
I can, but I'm also working for tips.
So anyways, have you heard anything about perhaps a mad mage around?
I do know what you're talking about. There have been no recent sightings of this man. They used to see him skulking along the north shore of Lake Zarovich, shooting lightning bolts into the water to kill the fish.
How old were these sightings?
Probably a week ago. I honestly recommend that you use the fishing boats on the south shore to cross the lake, because it's shorter and a lot less dangerous than walking around the lake. But that's where he was last sighted, about a week ago.
About a week ago. Got it. Also, have you heard anything about Argenvolstholt?
That's the haunted mansion to the west of town, right? Legend has it that a dragon died there long ago.
I see. Also, have you heard anything about amber doors?
Amber doors. I do know that one of the Vallaki, one of the Vistani, he came by like, they were let in because the thing's mandatory attendance and all that, they were talking about something. Somebody was interested in amber doors. Somebody was talking about Amber Temple. That's what they said. So I don't know if it's the same or different.
You mean the Vistani and the camp just out to
just west,
to
yes.
the west? Wow.
Yeah, one of them is also looking for a kid. I don't know if that's relevant, but
You heard anything about the kid?
not really. I don't see any rumors here. No, sorry.
His little cheat sheet.
Yeah, I wrote down all the rumors that we have.
He has that underneath the bar. It's laminated.
He's like, nope. All right.
Cross is the one he says out in Expo.
Yes.
Yes, here's your 2 whiskey sours. He's feeling. Thomas is, for lack of a better word, buzzed.
Well, Shiv will throw a gold piece down in front and say, anything else?
I mean, I guess I could tell you that if you're gonna cross the lake, it'd be the safest place away from those wolves out there. And also, that hasn't really stopped Bluto Krogorov from fishing either. He's the town drunk, but he's fishing out there. If you see him, send him back. He's probably dead, but at least send the body.
All right. Thank you very much.
And then, meanwhile, Duncan has walked over to the 2 mercenaries.
Duncan walks over to Soldar and Yevgeny.
So, yeah.
So he walks over to those 2 who are sitting down at a booth. What do you say to them?
I just show up right behind them, put my hands on both their shoulders, my head in between them. Gentlemen, good to see you.
Oh,
How have you been?
we've been great.
How's that gold treating you?
And then Soldar pulls out and puts the gold that you're talking about on the table, and he goes, "When are we leaving?"
Ah, a few days ago, as it turns out. Where were you?
Well, we just assumed that you would come and find us. So
Oh, I just assumed that you'd see us on our way out. Seeing how we paid you to stick around.
This hostility is unwarranted.
What hostility? We're friends here, aren't we, man?
Any friend of Thomas is a friend of mine. So,
Exactly.
listen, I'm not trying to. Look, here's all the gold that you gave us.
No. It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't spend. We didn't spend any of it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we didn't spend nothing. It's right there.
It's all yours to spend, lads. But I think you still got to work for it, if you know what I mean.
All right. Where are we taking you?
Nowhere yet, but be ready.
You want Shiv
Where
to
do
walk
you,
up
let-
at this
to
point?
avoid further confusion and the dungeon master's mistake? Where do you want me to meet you?
I mean, I'm gonna go interrogate the Wachter brothers.
No,
eventually.
where do you
Brother.
want me to meet you?
Oh, I'm gonna. Wait.
Here.
what?
Here.
Yeah, stay here.
Oh, we won't move.
Yeah, don't leave here. We'll come for you.
All right.
I'll write it down.
There you go. So they're there, and then you go over to Carl Wachter, and Carl's like twiddling his thumbs.
Badly?
He's pretty anxious.
Hi, Carl. What's got you twiddling?
Hey, hi. What was your name?
Oh, you know me. You remember me. I'm your friend. Friend of your mother's.
Oh, sure.
Helped you get that new house, right?
Yes. You haven't seen, possibly, a Victor Vallaki anytime recently?
Victor Vallaki. Zane is asking, have we seen Victor Vallaki?
I don't think so.
No?
Wait.
Oh,
The name rings a bell.
That does
Victor
ring a bell.
Vallaki is the Burgermeister's kid that we killed.
Oh.
We didn't kill him.
Vic-
We just fixed his teleportation circle, and then he killed himself. Oh,
All
he
right.
didn't even do that. He just tried to leave, and it killed him.
Victor
Nuance.
Vallaki. Oh! The Burgomaster's son, right?
Yes, I sent a letter to their house, and I have been waiting to hear back. I'm in need of some magic help.
I have no idea. We went there a few days ago and didn't see him anywhere.
If you
Shiv's
wouldn't,
gonna walk up at this point.
if you wouldn't mind, I'm looking for a way to cure our sister of her condition.
Is it a curse?
I'm not sure. I believe that this. Hello, Shiv. That was incredibly scary. Yes. So I'm looking for some sort of way to cure madness, whatever that means. So some sort of restoration type magic. I don't know. That's why I was going to talk to Victor.
Are the cult people pretty obviously magic users?
Like
Like just from
The
appearances?
cult people?
the cult people. Oh, the occultish looking wizard.
The occultish.
Yes,
Oh.
the occultish looking wizard is clearly a wizard as he carries a staff. And the other individual is more
Does the staff
dexterous.
also-
Dexterous.
does the staff also have a baby head?
Huh?
Does the staff also have a baby head?
The staff has a human skull at the top that is likely velvet.
Flawless.
Your cat is in my backpack.
You want me to get him out?
No, it's fine. It just made me laugh.
Hey man, we got the office cat at it again.
So I look around.
Hijinks.
I'm like, 1 second, and I go over to Thomas. Thomas,
Yeah.
I saw you were making some new friends.
Well, they're interesting. She's a bad person. She's a bad guy because
Oh,
somebody's after her.
an enemy?
Not yet. Just not somebody we should be like, hey.
Somebody's after us. What does that matter?
That's a good point. And another guy, you can pay him to cast a spell on me to make me look like somebody else.
He does. Well, that's fantastic. How's that work?
What?
He just said he could make me look like somebody else for
Huh.
50 gold.
I can make you look like somebody else for 50 gold.
How are you gonna do that?
Not with magic.
Yep, can't figure. I love you, Shiv.
So you're saying he does magic for money? All right, I'm gonna go ask him.
Ask him what?
You go up to the occultist member, Exxon.
Excuse me, sir. Do you speak common at all?
He's a bald, pale human.
Mm-hmm.
So asking a human if they speak common is funny.
Okay, well, never mind.
No, I understand. That's funny. I think it is funny.
I heard them speaking a foreign
We'll
language.
imagine that was 100% intentional. And
Yes.
he's like, funny.
Sorry, couldn't help but notice your accent. We don't see a lot of foreigners around here, being foreigners ourselves.
Oh yes, of course. If it's funny, my American old man has an accent because of where we are. And he's this like wrinkly, well-shaven man says, so what are you interested in?
Well, sir, you look like a man who knows his way around some spells, and I was wondering if I might be able to hire you to cure someone of madness.
Curing madness. I'm afraid that I'm incapable of such things, but I could delete that person if they're being a problem.
No, that's not the problem. Don't worry. We want to cure them, not delete them. We could do that ourselves. No worry.
But if you're interested in knowing more information about these things, I am for hire.
You know,
Seeing as how I was just fired.
what's your
Oh.
what's your day rate?
My day rate. For what? Study? Information?
To accompanying us.
I am
Everything.
very familiar with the all things scary.
That's great.
I have good news for you.
Mm.
All things scary are here.
Oh.
At least, from what we've seen so far.
Aye. It's not a very friendly region.
He basically imagine if you will with me, just to give you more insight into this man. I don't like to describe NPCs that nobody interacts with. Like I just kind of give a basic, and then like if you choose to be like, who's that? But here we are. Wait, now we're like, who is this guy? So he's got like a big maroon robe on. It's not like tall neck. Don't imagine a red wizard from the new trailer because that's not what you're talking to. You're just talking to a man in a blood red robe who's got a necklace on with a little baby head that's like all shriveled up and broken. And then you have the staff with the same color of his robe skull on top of it, and he's all bald. And otherwise, all you see are his long, Saruman-like fingers. And he's just an old wizard man who's clean shaven.
So
He's missing his eyebrows too.
I just asked him if we could
He's
hire
just like
him
alopecia guy
for day
Right,
rate.
I
too.
understand.
He just didn't get
So
it.
you're asking him for his day rate. I was gonna get there.
Okay.
And I just wanted you to just describe the man that you just said. Come with me.
Well, I mean.
Well, what's
yeah.
standing next to you?
I know, right?
And so he says, I would be willing to do 20 gold a day.
Well, I don't know if today's the day I need you, but would you be around town if I come by with 20 gold sometime?
Maybe I'll sweeten the deal. 20 gold, and I'll come with you at night too.
Look over at Shiv.
Does coming with us involve attempting to keep us alive in any way, shape, or form?
Should we work up a contract?
Why not?
I pull Shiv aside. I don't know if it's that smart to write a contract with a wizard. Especially one of his flavor.
I think you're thinking of demons.
I know, but magical contracts. Can magical contracts be like super binding or something?
I mean, contracts, I would just read it. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes contracts can be binding. Sometimes contracts can be bad, especially if you're like asked, one of like Lucian. You're like, bro, write me a contract. You'd be like, all right, but like this guy, I think it's more just like his goodwill type.
He's a freelancer.
He's a freelance
Does he
wizard
happen
at this
to
point.
have a contract on him?
You see him get out a bunch of parchment as wizards do, and he draws a quill and he starts writing with it, and then he looks up and he basically is writing like the preamble of his thing that he's doing here as it writes in the exchange that I might die and blah 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 blah,
Yep.
and he does all that stuff but as he starts looking towards you, he's writing and then he lets go and the quill keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps looking at you and says, so, is there anything you'd like me to add? Any stipulations? I would say that I am to be treated with equal share of all things we find. Also, I am to be in a situation that I am placed in danger, then I will do the same by protecting you, and you will protect me. Should I die in that event, you will use any means necessary to bring me back to life. And should you die, I will bring you I will bring
Similar
your
fashion.
body up and raised. It will be great.
In similar. Did you say body?
I said what? And it gets written down, and then it gets scribbled out as we look down at it.
How about
At this point, Shiv would like to pull out from somewhere a tiny pair of glasses to put on.
I didn't think I could love Shiv more, but he needs reading
and
glasses.
start reading the document.
You see his little crescent moon glasses.
It's never come up.
crescent ring?
It's never come up.
little chain coming down.
While Shiv is going over the contract, I'll say to him, how about this on terms of payment? You can have an equal share of monetary fines that we have, and whatever, if the fine should exceed your daily rate, then that is your daily rate, plus whatever else the equal share of monetary gains is.
Make a persuasion check.
Make an accounting
Didn't
check.
ask me for help. I don't care if
still-
I have
you're
disadvantage.
drunk.
The lowest roll I can have is a 21, even with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 10. So
He says, and if we find anything within reason, I can petition for it to be mine, and if not, penalty of death.
what? Wait, like so
Hey,
he
what's
dies?
going on?
No,
guys?
no, he will murder you if he doesn't get at least somewhat of a negotiation of who gets what if we find it.
So if he doesn't get to negotiate, then
Then he will attempt to kill you.
Hey, what are we talking about?
we're seeing if we can hire this gentleman
So,
to.
are you
accompany
coming
us.
in like
Yeah, I'm like,
this?
hey guys, what's going on?
I believe you two have met.
Oh yeah.
You do?
Hey,
I
why
saw
don't we
him
just?
talking?
Oh, yeah, we did.
I'll go over and whisper in Duncan's ear. Hey, why don't we just give him? Oh wait, hold on. Let me read what it does before I just say let's give him the robe. Let me. Oh no, wait. We want it. Never mind.
Bro, you give this guy the robe?
I
Oh
forgot.
no. I gotta rewrite his stat block stat.
I forgot what we were gonna do with the robe. I'm like, we don't need this guy. We're about to go talk to. Let's just. We'll be right back. And I'm
gonna
gonna
supersize this guy.
and I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, Shiv's
Let's
still
go
sitting there
outside.
reading the contract.
Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside, guys.
We'll be right back.
I already said that.
Don't move an inch.
Puts away his tiny glass.
Okay, so we go outside.
Why are we talking to him?
Oh my god, it's so heavy. Oh my god. He's like pulling the same guy. You step outside, and he's moving these giant barrels of wine.
I want to. Can I make it easier?
What?
No, I was gonna.
It was just for the vibe.
It's just for
Is
the
he
vibe.
like? Is he like going back and forth between like a pile of barrels and
yeah,
the
and
cart?
then like a cart. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast because I want to silent image and just like add 4 more barrels. just to see what he does.
He turns around after he places one on the wagon and goes, only 6 more. Only 6 more. And he like visibly whimpers.
Well,
Drunk Thomas.
That's good enough for Thomas. It's the whole job would be like, gotcha.
And it disappears?
Yeah.
And he goes, okay,
All
You want help?
no.
Okay.
Drunk Thomas.
Let's go to
Thomas.
church.
Thomas.
Hold on.
Let's
What?
no. Okay.
Why?
All right. You're a little.
Why do we need to talk to that wizard guy? We're about to go talk to the guy across the river.
I'm recruiting people.
We don't need him.
Why?
We could use a man of that with
No,
those
we
kind of
should talk
skills.
to the drow woman.
Didn't you say she was a bad person?
Yeah, but I just think she thought I was bad.
I don't think you've got all your marbles, man.
I do. I promise.
Yeah. Is that why you just made 4 barrels up here in that poor
Okay,
boy's
that was
workload?
funny.
Not
Shiv laughed. It was funny. Shiv laughed.
Ha.
let's go check out the church, and then let's go. We have time. Like it's just we can go. It's like 2, 3. What time is it?
We'll say it's 2:30.
It's like 2:30 in the time in the sky of the watch that I checked. We can go across the river right now.
Yes.
Today.
But it'd be nice to have allies.
Yeah.
You understand?
We're
And
not
we
gonna
don't know if
fight
these
him.
we don't know if these people are going to be
Are we
here
gonna
tomorrow.
fight him?
We don't know if these people are going to be here tomorrow. So
Yeah, but
I'm going to go back and
They can't leave. Can we leave?
You
they can't
realize
leave.
you're telling me to get rid of the man that can change your appearance.
I'm not saying get rid of him. We just don't need to hire him right now.
I'm not hiring him right now.
You're
I
signing
am.
a contract.
We're drafting a contract.
Can I read it? Let me look at it. And I'll
Sure.
go over and I'll read it.
There you
So
go.
you step up, pull open the door,
All right.
and then as you walk by, you kind of get like a shoulder check from the drow woman as she like steps outside into the air, and she goes, "I'm gonna love this place," and then continues to walk as she looks up to the dark sky.
Hey, you should go talk to her.
Friend of yours?
And then I'll go to the guy making the...
Okay, so you walk
Shiv,
up
wait,
to
if-
Exxon.
As before,
Yep.
Shiv. Make sure we don't make a bad deal. Is what I'm trying to.
Oh,
So Shiv and Thomas are going to Exxon, and you are going to this drow woman.
Yes.
Who do I want to go to first? Who do I want to go first? Who do I want to go to first? I like when Shiv does stuff. All right, so we are gonna cut to then. You guys walk over to Exxon, and he is there. Exxon, by the way, I just because it looks better on paper, it is EXHAN.
Exxon.
Exxon.
It's not
Not
EXXON.
EXXON.
No,
Why not?
it's because it's Exxon.
His last name's not Mobile?
But I already have it written down.
Yeah. And he wrote it down already. Hey, you gave us Exxon, the wizard. Is he gassy?
He is known as Exxon the Unclaimed, actually, which is so funny.
Oh, we're about to claim him.
I want to read this. Okay, Exxon. Sorry, they didn't have their lawyer present when drafting this contract.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, you can have equal share, but if you try to kill us, we're gonna kill you. So you might want to just get rid of that. Because if you try to kill
No,
us,
it's more so if I don't get to participate in the deliberation,
we
then
promise that you'll be a part of the deliberation.
that's the
That's
point of
what's
the contract.
That's why it's in the contract.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. Well, then get rid of the part that says you'll kill us.
I will
right
kill
now.
you if you don't let me deliberate on the item that I wish to acquire.
Okay, and then we'll kill you if you do anything we
That
say.
is what it says.
That's why we read the contract. Shiv will put his tiny glasses back on.
It's the deal.
Can Duncan just?
And do we have?
No, dude, you're not there.
Dang it!
Do we have the access to your spell casting at all times? That we pay you, of course.
Oh yes, should you need specifically? Should I not volunteer I'm budgeting, you know. But should I not volunteer my thing? I suppose you could pay me 20 gold per spell slotment.
So we're paying you 20 gold a day, but you're not gonna cast the spell when you ask us to. We have to pay you more.
I mean, unless, in which case, then I see, no other options have been presented. I'm a member of the group at this point.
Can Shiv just roll a general wisdom check to read through the contract and see what pitfalls or
Go ahead and insight
Insight-
check
can I
the.
insight it too?
Yeah.
That's good.
Can I insight it too?
You can make a number of different rolls if you'd like. Whatever you want to argue why you can do it. But I like
Ooh.
insight
I
a
want
lot.
to.
It just
I
feels
can
good,
insight, but I also just want to persuade him to write a legit contract.
it. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Dang it.
Shiv's like, these glasses are too small.
12.
It seems like a legit contract. There's nothing that would
And I
say
just
it
want
isn't.
to. I want him to. Well, can I also make an insight check then?
Against
mean-
him or the contract.
Him.
Him.
You should go on him.
You guys realize
Because
we're
that
gonna,
makes more sense.
Him.
basically as soon as we find anything worth killing Strahd, we're gonna have to fight him for it.
No, well, we'll see. That's if we take him. We haven't paid him. 14.
Yeah, Exxon seems pretty chill.
Well, Exxon. How do you spell your name?
Well, I've been outvoted. So essentially, we're going to find a compromise, and my name is spelled EXHON.
Okay, well, that's boring. Your name is. I'm gonna write. I'm just kidding.
Why don't we say
Good.
something?
We will sign this when we are ready.
Why don't we say something along the lines if we find something over 100 gold value, that it's not on the table.
I like it. I will add it. He adds it.
All right.
He signs the Quill signs it. Exxon, the unclaimed.
We will wait until we are ready.
I mean,
Because there's three members.
As soon as you pay me, I will be yours. Should you choose to sign it now?
We'll be back tonight.
All right.
You're staying here, right?
I wouldn't have nowhere else to go. She took off without me.
Yes.
Well, stay here.
Can't tell me what to do.
At least for tonight.
And then you
Don't tell me what to do.
And then you're just like there, and he's like, "I'm getting a drink," and he gets up.
Whiskey sour.
Bloody Mary, please.
Bloody Mary. Of course.
And then
Of course.
I think, Shib, I'm going to the church. And then Thomas will leave.
Thomas.
Yeah. She will follow him.
All right. So, Duncan, you are outside, and this drow woman shoulder checks Thomas, and Thomas and Shiv go inside as you guys deliberate for a second. You step and follow close behind, light jog, the awkward like arms thing, and then you get up right behind her. Should you wish to say anything or tap her on the shoulder?
Well, first, I'd like to get out a Neverwinter cigar and light it.
Such a baller.
Okay.
What a move.
All right. I mean, she doesn't. As I jokingly said before, she is not a middle-aged white man. But this should make you seem, I don't know,
No,
pretentious.
I get one out. Pretentious. I get
That's
one
what he's
out,
going for.
and I light a cigar, and I walk up, and as I'm, puffing on it, I kind of hold out one for her, offer one to her.
Nice. You offer a cigar to her. You catch up in front of her, and you kind of like backward walk, and you're like, and she's like, and she grabs the cigar, and hits the cigar, and then looks at you and says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Yes. I saw you were with that wizard back there.
Where did you get this?
It's my cigar. Why do you care?
Because this is where I'm going.
Neverwinter.
Indeed.
Aye. Do I know what that is?
It's a city, and it's got magic cool stuff, and it's just a big city. So it's sort of like, I'm going to New York. I got aspirations.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the colloquial, like, understanding of what it is.
Makes sense. Lady of your talents, I presume. Going to such a fine city.
Mind you, like I said, she's wearing like a very nice dress and then like a black duster over it. So
Right.
she's just very she looks both very overdressed and also toning it down.
I'm just imagining she looks very much like a spellcaster. Like she's got tricks up her sleeves. and
She
stuff.
looks like a hybrid. She looks like she does both blade and sorcery.
Okay.
It's
And,
just the word for it. It's a genre of fantasy.
she's
I don't know what you're laughing
she's a fan of VR too.
Yeah, blade and sorcery is a VR game.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. I didn't know that.
it's a good time.
So, that's quite a place. So I imagine you got stuck here though. Did you?
Yes, I did. You're asking plenty of questions for a man who has answered none of mine. Who are you? Why are you come after me? And should I have to kill you now, or would you like to wait?
Oh, let's hold that till later. That'll
Okay, we'll wait. Who are you?
my name is Dunk.
I suppose I'm partial Fey. You're deserved this. I am Miss Dira Dunyanlear.
Miss Dira Dun. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write it DEERYA.
Miss Dira?
Oh,
Dunyanlear.
Ms. Dira?
Miss Dira.
Oh.
Oh, Ms.
Because I heard Ms. Dira.
Like Miss Dira.
No, it's Miss Dira. Her name is Miss Dira.
And his last name?
Dunyanlear.
Done you there.
Yeah, DHUNNION apostrophe LYR.
oh, of course.
Dunyanlear.
Dunyanlear. And, well, pleasure to meet you, Miss Dunyanlear. I'm, just looking around, seeing if there's, anything we can do for you, and if there's anything you might be willing to do for us.
I'm not for hire, but I am interested in possibly hiring someone else. I'm looking to leave. So if you know a way to do that, that'd be great. As much as I'd love the daytime sun here.
Aye. Well, funny thing about that, we would love to leave too, as would many others.
Oh.
However, it seems this is not that kind of place, if you catch my drift.
Oh, just as I suspected. This is exactly what Exxon said. He said, pocket dimension, perhaps? Something of the sort?
Aye. And we've seen what happens when people try to leave using magic, as it were.
Oh. Have you seen anyone else that looks like me?
Like,
Possibly paler skin?
like you. Are we, like, referencing...
She's referencing the fact that she's an elf.
Elves, you mean?
I do. Any, like I said, paler, like me, darker skin, but I guess I'm referring to the Shadar Kai.
Shadar Kai. Is that the same as the commander of...
No, those are the Dusk Elves.
Okay. Have we met a Shadar Kai?
I don't think that's not a familiar.
No, this
thing
is
to
me throwing lore at you so that you say no.
Okay. I was like, who's in
Don't be
Strahd's
scared.
court?
Don't be scared to say no.
Sorry. No, I don't think we have.
Sorry, Joe. That was good. Just whack. I know, I saw it.
We're kicking a lot of mics today.
So, yes, she says, oh, okay. I feel better now. I trust you. Strangely enough, you seem like someone who knows their way around in a fight. So, what exactly are your goals and why can't I leave?
Well, there seems to, such matters would probably be best discussed when there aren't too many ears around.
Are we being watched?
Everywhere. So, if you would be willing to maybe accompany us with your companion, who may or may not be coming with us at some point, I'd love to answer questions you have in the safety of privacy.
You know I'm only in it for me, right?
It's most people, I presume.
Okay. And she comes with you and as she turns around, she draws forth her her duster and the whole kind of space you're in gets a little bit darker for a second, and then you can't see anymore and you're in total darkness, and then you come out of the cloak that you're in and you are in the corner of the Blue Water Inn as you enter through the shadows.
The corner of it?
The corner of the Blue Water Inn. You come from the dark corner of the Blue Water Inn. And as you enter the space, you now see the hearth of the fire being the only thing that lights this room amidst the candles in the room. You come out of the corner of the shadows, and she says, "We're being watched." So,
Well, that is pretty cool. So, I mean, because this is Zane talking.
Sure.
Wouldn't there be people in here that would hear us too, or could hear us? Or is this actually private?
No, she just got us back in the inn. And I guess the reason that she was kind of showing off. She's going all right, fine. If you're gonna be my friend, I'm gonna be your friend.
Okay, right.
Does Shiv notice this? Having
We're
dark
gone.
vision and a 16 passive perception.
I mean, we left, right?
No.
No, you left.
Oh, I went to the church.
You just trotted off on your own.
Okay, so
Thomas is like,
no, you don't.
Okay.
I rolled a stealth just to prove my point, I guess.
Although,
You do see Duncan kind of stumble out though.
what was the timing of this and Thomas going to the church?
So we'll say you guys go outside.
Because we were talking about the contract.
Yeah,
for
you're
a
talking about the
while.
contract. You're like contract, and then Duncan and her are talking, and then she appears in the corner, and then all of a sudden you see Thomas and Shiv step outside. And as you guys step outside, you expect to see Duncan, and you don't, and because Duncan is now in the place. That's the timing.
Okay.
So anyway, what do you want to do, Duncan, while they're going to the church, or do you want to try to catch up to them because they're not too far away?
I'm gonna just kind of indicate, hey, stay here. We'll be right back, and I'm gonna go after them.
And she looks over at Exxon, who's sitting at the corner, and he's like, huh. And she's like, what do you do? And then they like start like conversation again. Just like weird because they're the only two people that like know each other here, and so like it's kind of awkward to like branch out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you guys head to the church. I'm assuming you're catching up with them.
Yes.
All right, light jog begins, and you guys now are all together. Yes.
Could I have grabbed Vasilka before we left?
You could have.
Because she vowed
You
still
did. You
to
did say
protect
you.
her.
You did say. You did say you could have.
Did you want
I
to?
would like to say that.
So you
before
stop on. You stop at the front stairs on the way up to the Blue Water Inn front door, and you go, "Oh, I could have grabbed Vasilka." You have the opportunity.
I'm gonna go get Vasilka.
So you turn around, you go and grab Vasilka. Duncan, that's when you bump into Thomas, and you're like, "Hey, we're gonna all go together." So like that interaction exchange, and then so you grab Vasilka.
Duncan be like, where are you going?
You go back up
What
to
are
the
we
top. You go back up to the top floor, where Vasilka is protecting the siblings, and then you open the space, and Vasilka is there having a conversation with Irina, just like light conversation. And you enter the room, and the quiet conversation. There's conversation stops.
Hey, Vasilka.
Hello.
Can you come here for a second?
Okay. She gets up, kind of like excitedly. She comes over and goes, "What are we doing?"
You want to come with us to the church?
Oh, I thought I was by myself.
I'm following you.
Oh, I think Esmeralda's in trouble. We need to go to the church.
Okay. Now let's do it.
Yep.
You guys gonna be okay here?
Yep.
Hate you.
Okay.
I'll leave.
You say that?
Yeah.
And she
Because he's drunk.
and he's like, "Oh, I was," like kind of just goes back to sleep. And then you guys all leave. Vasilka is now with you.
Yay.
The party has been reassembled.
Yeah.
The band's back
The fact that she is even in this right now. Yes, yes, people at home. I know she used to be resistant to all kinds of stuff, and I said no. All right, so you know she used to be immune to weapons, to attacks not made with adamantine weapons and like magical attacks.
That'd have been nice.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
no, you were like party member, and I was like, no, adamantine.
like Wolverine.
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Dang.
No,
Only
we
Wolverine can
de-leveled
kill
her
her.
substantially to make her capable of being a
Sadness.
party member. All right,
She's
but
always capable.
yeah, she's very capable. So anyway, you guys head to the church, the front door of this beautiful cathedral,
She's a
the
meat
stained
brick.
glass doors, in like a very large space. You see a lot of decor has been put on the outside of this place. It is very much prepared in such a way to look like a regal golden area, like representing a lot of sun iconography, and the paintings and the posters are all very much like about the festival going on. Anyway, the front doors are open. And it seems that like the people on the inside are kind of painting the walls and covering up a lot of the religious stuff, and then putting their own things on there, and doing their own spin on the place, making it more about the show.
All right. She's going to say, well, time for the normal church
We need to find
layout.
Esmeralda
You go talk to the
Yep.
whatever person,
and distract him.
and we'll go look for things.
That's my job. And I'll walk in and look for Lucian.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. While Thomas is doing that, looking for Lucian, what are the rest of you doing?
Looking for Esmeralda.
Who
17.
else? Who else looks like is of note in here?
Who else
That-
is of note
that
of
we're,
here?
like worth talking to?
You see that there are an abundance of children here. A lot of them, like, not like orphans, like that's not the vibe that you're getting, but you're getting a lot of like setup for the show, kind of excitement, like field trip vibes. I mean, mind you, there's only like in Vallaki itself, only like 300, 400 people total. So I would say there's probably 20 people in this space though, which is still a lot considering the size of the town. And they're all doing like art stuff, trying to set up stuff, but otherwise it's really pretty nondescript. You do see the kid from earlier, Thomas, as you're looking around the room, that like little younger boy, who sticks out like a sore thumb because his hair is like bright red in the sense of like a ginger, like a carrot top.
She's looking for bones,
You're looking for bones. Look for bones.
or rather, spaces where bones go.
Okay,
Was there a graveyard outside here?
there is a graveyard outside.
Well, looks like that's where Shiv's going first.
All right, he steps out and goes to the graveyard.
Probably Vasilka's coming. I don't know, where's
I'm
Vasilka
just
going?
gonna tell Vasilka to keep.
Because we're
an
kind
eye-
of like all splitting up now.
I was gonna tell Vasilka to keep an eye on Thomas while
All right, I'll stay with Thomas.
both of us split up.
And she
That's
goes,
a funny parent.
and she goes, and puts it on Thomas's shoulder, and she just like pulls her eye and just like.
Not literally.
I know. It's just thought it was funny.
It was.
And she goes, and it comes back into her face.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a little like.
She's just there. It's like, I know.
Before she leaves, she'll say, "Ha."
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm gonna go talk to Milovich, by the way.
Milovage. All right, so we're gonna deal with Shiv first, because this is kind of a fun little thing we're doing here, which is where we're cutting to Shiv first.
Looking
Okay, so
through
Shiv,
graveyard.
go ahead and make a perception check to investigate the graveyard.
Jeez.
Man, we're rolling like garbage.
9.
Absolute garbage today. 9 today.
Cheese and crap.
So you see a large, you see like a very large like crypt outside, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not crypt. It's like a
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum. You see a large mausoleum amidst a bunch of gravestones. The mausoleum itself looks like it looks like it's like kind of like closed. Like there's like a bar in front of it, and then like a lock and chain held over that. And then you see a bunch of like Barovian names on all the grave sites. A few flowers have been placed, but all of them dead.
And any of them recently upturned.
You do not see any sort of recent burial stuff, but in the midst of that, you catch a glimpse of an individual with a shovel who is like digging one. So the recent one is just because somebody is digging a hole. Whoever that might be.
Currently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like somebody working for the church.
She will go over there.
All right. Cool. So you go over to this person who's digging the hole. Do you say anything to them?
Sure.
All right. So he's digging a hole, and he's like, I'm digging a hole. I'm digging a hole. Oh, hey.
You make that song yourself.
I'm not much of a singer. I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm me. Who are you?
I am Gorik.
You deal with bones?
Sometimes.
You put them in?
Most of the time.
Do you take them out?
Oh, yeah.
When?
When I'm asked to.
Who asked you?
I only got asked one time.
Who asked you the one time?
Milovage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Which bones did he ask you to take?
We had to dig a big hole under the church. Right in the middle.
Not under that thing, right?
No. We fixed the floor, though.
The mausoleum, I mean.
Yeah.
Is that how you get there?
Mm-hmm.
Through the mausoleum?
Through the mausoleum, right into the crypt.
Because they fixed the hole in the church.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. You know whose bones they were?
It's a weird. You gotta like go in, then go down,
Mm-hmm.
and come back up.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Did they ever tell you whose bones?
Oh.
What do you do with the bones?
Well, I didn't do anything with the bones.
Oh. Milovage then?
Mm-hmm.
Does he like bones?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
This is
It's the greatest conversation I've ever seen. Just two. Yeah.
Alright, Shiv will just leave then.
I'm digging a hole.
Oh, man.
Digging a hole.
Was that your Hamlet reference?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I caught it.
After about 5 feet, Shiv will come back and says, "Who has the key?"
Who has the key? Who has the key to the mausoleum?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do.
Oh, makes sense. And Shiv will leave again.
I'm digging a hole. All right, so we cut to.
So good.
I love it. We cut to Duncan, who
Duncan.
who manages to go outside the place and finds the ticket booth where Milovage is, and knocks on the little desk. And is like, and Milovage is like, "Hello, hey, can I help you?"
Hey, Milovage, right?
I don't. Have we met?
Yeah. We came into town a few nights ago. Maybe there's a lizard man with us.
Yeah, might have been in passing. But sure. Are you looking to audition or?
No. I just wanted to ask a couple questions if you got a spare moment.
Sure. He goes, where are my show notes? Lots of people have been asking what it's about, so he grabs a little sheet.
Hold on.
I'm very prepared for you to ask nothing about the show. I'm just letting you know that he's. You know.
Milvash is not, though.
Gosh, you're so prepared.
I'm gonna take, not threateningly, but I'm just gonna, like I already was like kind of playing with it. Take my Feyblade out as kind of like a short
Dagger.
like a dagger,
Mm-hmm.
and just like stick it on
That's not scary.
the booth, and just like lean my chin on it, just like so that he can't close it down, and just lean forward and be like, so, you guys are doing a lot of preparations around here for the show, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, what all goes into that? There's a lot of.
Well, Lucian has been traveling around, and he comes back during the nighttime to make sure that all the stuff that gets accomplished during the day is good. But he has been visiting the coffin makers, he's been visiting the shoemakers, and he has also just been around retrieving things like wine, getting things ready to go for the show. But no, he's not really here during the daytime. But yeah, basically that's the director, and then also we've been during the day also been setting up for the show itself, getting costumes made. It was
Costumes, write that down.
all those kinds of things. Like they just tell you like what basically what the show and preparation means after that. It's just a lot of weird jargon at that point.
So then,
Stuff like strings and curtains.
so yeah, this church has a graveyard, right?
He gestures to his right.
Most churches do, right?
Is Shiv coming back from that?
Shiv's coming back, and you like nod to a man with a shovel.
So, right, yeah, of course. Most churches do, don't they?
Yeah.
Is Shiv up to you yet?
Sure.
Okay.
I was just gonna say. Do you have many bones being moved to and fro this graveyard of this particular church?
Make a dexterity saving throw so that your fingers don't get slammed as he's pulling down the little
No.
like.
I'm
curtain
like he would bring it down on my back.
thing. Right. So do you want to dodge or do you want to just muscle it?
I'm gonna muscle it.
Okay. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Okay. It'd be really embarrassing if I failed this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that is, what is that, 20? It's 23.
Okay.
All right, that's a 16 on the day.
That's very nice. Yeah, that beats my 4. So he goes, and you just catch it.
And then I take the knife, I flip it around, and I slowly just put my elbow down and hold it up to his neck. And I push it back up.
Shiv's going to say, what do you do with the bones?
Okay, make it an intimidation check with advantage.
All right.
There's a lot of advantage, like triple advantage at this point. Don't do it, but just one advantage.
Okay.
It's charisma at the bottom.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah. Okay. So that's 21.
Whoa. He goes in the coffin maker.
Whose bones?
He didn't really say. All he said that it was a saint and that he was important.
Now, why would he go and remove them?
I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter, right? We didn't do anything wrong.
Didn't you?
I don't know.
What is it all that you do around here, aside from the play, son? You have any other errands you're running for the maestro?
Big swallow. And he says, He's a monster.
Who isn't?
And he like starts to cry. And he's like, he's gonna kill us all if we don't do what he says.
What are you talking about?
And he goes and pulls your arm into his neck and just goes, turns his head as it finishes him. And Milovac just slumps over on the desk.
I push him off and take my
You
blade
push it
away.
off and the blade just sucks it in.
Yeah, and I push him in there, trying not to get blood on me.
Yep.
And I close the thing shut.
Wait, is there a back door?
Yeah.
I know what we're doing tonight.
Is it locked?
I look around. Can I make an insight check, see if anyone saw that?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check, yeah, sorry.
Ooh, something I want to do.
Yep.
I want to give advantage. In my thing, do I find Lucian?
No. That was something.
Is Thomas drunk?
Well, let me tell
Hasn't
you what
been
you
an
do. I
hour
haven't
yet.
done what you do yet.
Okay, what I want to do, I think might help him in this.
Okay, so then as you are looking around,
Oh.
we're gonna travel back in time.
You mean drawing attention?
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
Thomas gets inside the church and he's like looking around the place and he's exploring, and you're definitely proud of what's going on here. There's a lot of setting up. There's a lot of space. It seems that somebody has said the word that there's something about an orchestra coming, so they've made a little space for it as well. And it's going to be really wonderful. There's a lot of seats here. There's about 300 seats to be set up in this place. And it's just a very wonderful setup. As you get back into an office space that is marked with a star that says Maestro, you knock on the door, and the door goes... There's no one inside, but there's a regal wooden desk and a bunch of posters along the back wall.
Do I smell anything?
Yeah,
Is it strong?
it's a little smoky.
I'll just take a peek in.
Make a perception check.
How long has it been?
As long as they have been talking and stuff, it hasn't been very long.
No, since he,
my double shot.
Since well, it's been a half hour.
11. Oh no, 10. It's disadvantage.
Okay, so you don't see anybody inside.
What do I see? What are the posters?
Posters on the back wall are, the shows that he has done in the
Oh,
past.
yeah.
There are a lot of like signed posters with like full cast stuff,
Yeah,
and
cool.
he's like super. He seems that he's directed a lot of productions.
Cool.
And so he's written a lot of productions, directed a lot of productions, and all of them are signed by like big capital L scribble swoosh.
Yeah.
Like there's just all that going for him. And
Fancy.
you see that his desk is covered in like papers and stuff, music, little music stands off to the side. You see a little violin, like a white violin that's placed on like the table off to the side with like a little bowstring. And then also make an investigation check if you choose to delve that far into the room. It's up to you.
Do I get?
It's drawing you in as far as like
But
this,
do I
the
get the
enticing
idea
stuff,
that?
but otherwise it's
Am
not.
I like worried? Should I be? Do I think like is it trapped? Is he hiding? Do I get that idea?
That would be an investigation check.
12.
He's like role playing that double shot and regretting that real hard right now.
Well, if he doesn't go too far, because he's for sure his mind is somewhere else
Mhm.
that I'll get to.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of looking.
All right, so you look around. You see kind of on the table, it's like a little bit of notes and stuff. It says, basically go to the coffin maker and get this like stage stuff built. Go to the shoe place, get all the tap shoes made, get all the, like all those kinds of stuff. Get the costumes put together, and then it also says, at the bottom, finish the deed. Encircled.
Wonder what that means.
You want to
I'm gonna go to
investigate?
the organ.
You want to investigate? Oh, you want to go to the organ. As you step out of the place, do you want to look in the desk at all, or do you just want to like?
Nope.
Okay. So you step away.
My mind is so not. My mind was.
Thomas's
Is he
mind.
here? Oh, what's in here?
You
Oh.
look as on your way out above the door frame is an upside down holy symbol.
Like a upside down.
Holy symbol. He
Says that
turns
what?
it around. You turn it around, and this room smells a little less warm, and you continue out. As you step out into the space,
That's what Thomas would have done, definitely. It's like, oh, that's upside down.
as you step out into the space, you head over towards the organ amidst all the people who are in here having their setup and conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, a preview. And I'll sit, and I'll start to play one of the arias that I sing and play.
You gotta make a performance check.
I have disadvantage.
I present to you.
How wonderful.
Oh, no!
He got a natural 20 and a natural 1.
No.
That's awful.
Oh, it would have been a 31, but it's a 12. But
So
it's a nat
given
one.
all the trauma that's been going on here, Thomas is going, and he knows this song by heart. He's playing wonderfully, and then Thomas goes, full arm on the organ, and we just hear a bunch of notes that's like, everyone turns, Milovaj goes into his neck, and that moment, no one sees anything.
That's not what I wanted to happen, but it's the distraction I wanted to provide.
So as you look around, you hear of like the organ.
His legs fall asleep, so it's like 4 bass
And
notes.
Shiv grabs the thing before you close it and hops inside.
Oh, God.
And then, you know what I think needs to happen?
Yeah.
I think we need to pick up there next time. Sorry to do that to you, but I think we're good. Thanks for watching the Crow's Curtain Call in the midst of all this scariness and all of Thomas's drunkenness. So we're gonna go have some fun ourselves, but you have a good night as well.